you ever wondered why some people in their 70s or 80s still live like they're 50, while others seem as old as 90? Why can some 75-year-olds still climb mountains, while some 65-year-olds already need a wheelchair? Is it just luck, or is there something else? If you are between 65 and 80 years old and can still do the 8 things we're about to discuss, you're not just aging well, you are doing better than most people. In fact, your chances of living to 100 are higher than you think. Many people believe that getting older means losing strength, balance, and becoming slow. But the truth is, your body is sending very clear signals about the future. The small signs you can exhibit today will determine if you can live to be 100. Today, in this video, I will share with you 8 simple yet powerful signs. If you are 65 to 80 years old and can still do these things, science proves you have a higher chance of living to 100 than most people. And more importantly, you will live healthily and independently into your final years. Before we begin, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you like this video, please type 1 in the comments. If you don't like it, please type 0 to let me know so I can create better content for you. Now, let's get started. First sign, waking up feeling rested and ready. You know, how you wake up each morning says a lot about your future. I'm not talking about what time you wake up, but how you feel when you open your eyes. If you still feel refreshed, alert, and think, great, today is a new day, then congratulations, you have one of the best signs. I know many of you are nodding and thinking, well, I'm not like that anymore. Do you wake up feeling like a truck just ran over you? Lying in bed for 8 hours but still tired as a dog? Mind foggy, body heavy as lead? Sarah, 68, once told me, "Doctor, I get enough sleep, but why do I still wake up like a zombie? Every morning feels like a battle to get out of bed." I understand that feeling. But listen, sleep isn't just about resting. It's when your body repairs itself, your brain cleans up the waste accumulated throughout the day, and your immune system recharges. It's like a repair shop working all night. Roger, 74, used to be like that too. Waking up every 3 hours at night, exhausted during the day. He thought, everyone at this age is like this, until he decided to change. He turned off his phone at 8 p.m., drank chamomile tea, and read a book instead of watching TV. Guess what? Just 3 weeks later, he was sleeping like a baby and waking up as if reborn. This isn't a small matter, folks. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired. It increases the risk of heart disease, weakens memory, compromises the immune system, and truly shortens your life. Second sign, standing on one leg for at least 10 seconds. From good sleep, we move on to something many people only appreciate when it's gone to balance. You might think, what's the big deal about standing on one leg? But believe me, it's very important. Do you ever stand and feel like you're about to fall? Feel apprehensive walking in the dark? Have to grip the handrail tightly when climbing stairs? Margaret, 71, told me, "I used to put on my socks standing up normally. Now I have to sit down because I'm afraid of falling. It feels like my body doesn't listen to me anymore." When you stand on one leg, a whole army in your body has to work together. Your core muscles, leg muscles, inner ear, even your eyes. They have to coordinate like an orchestra. If one member plays a wrong note, the whole piece will be a mess. Frank, 76, still walked daily until that morning. He tried to put on his pants but couldn't stand on one leg, not even for 5 seconds. "That's when I knew something was wrong," he recounted. But Frank didn't give up. He started standing on one leg every time he brushed his teeth, doing heel raises while waiting, walking in a straight line as if on a tightrope. 1 month later, he was sure-footed again. Listen, losing balance isn't just a little uncomfortable. It leads to falls. And a fall at our age can change your whole life. But the good news is, balance can be retrained. Third sign, standing up from a chair without using your hands. Now, from balance, I want to talk about a practical test, standing up from a chair. Sounds easy, right? But be honest with me, the last time you stood up, did you have to push yourself up? I'm not judging. We all go through it. From standing up naturally, we move to grasping the armrests, then pushing with both hands. These changes creep into our lives like a slowly rising tide. Harold, 77, told me, one evening while watching a movie, I had to push on the chair to stand up. At first, I thought it was just from sitting too long. But then I realized it was happening every day. You know, the ability to stand up without using your hands demonstrates many things. Your leg muscles are still strong, your core is still firm, and your nervous system is still coordinating well. It's like a comprehensive strength test. The doctor told Harold, weak legs are the path to falls. And falls in old age? That can be a turning point in your entire life. Harold started simply, shallow squats 10 times each morning, standing up and sitting down from a chair 5 times during commercials. 2 months later, he not only stood up easily but also felt more stable in all his movements. This isn't just about strength, folks. It's about freedom, about dignity, about not having to depend on anyone. Fourth sign, carrying a grocery bag without struggling. Now let's talk about something more practical: strength in daily life. I'm not talking about lifting weights at the gym. I'm talking about carrying a grocery bag from the car to the house without having to rest midway. Do you ever stand in front of a shopping cart and hesitate, wondering if you should buy a lot? Afraid you won't be able to carry it home? Or have to ask someone else to carry things you used to manage on your own? Richard, 75, used to pride himself on being a one-trip wonder. But one afternoon, he stood in the parking lot, looking at a few grocery bags, and they felt heavier than usual. It wasn't that the bags were heavier, he told me, it was that I was weaker. Listen, carrying grocery bags isn't just about your arms. It's about your back, shoulders, grip strength, and core muscles. Even grip strength alone is one of the most accurate predictors of long-term health and longevity. Richard decided not to accept it. He started simply, a few shoulder presses, lifting light water bottles, squeezing a rubber ball while watching TV. No gym, no complicated machines. Just a few months later, his strength returned. More importantly, he felt like himself again. Do you know what's scariest? Not being unable to carry a heavy bag, but slowly losing the ability to take care of yourself. One day you can't carry a grocery bag, the next day you can't do anything for yourself. But the good news? Strength can be regained at any age. Just start with the smallest things. Fifth sign, walking briskly without shortness of breath. From strength, we move to speed. And here's something many people don't know. It's not how far you can walk, but how fast you can walk that determines longevity. Be honest with me, do you feel like you're shuffling instead of walking? See others pass you on the sidewalk? Have to stop and catch your breath on stretches you used to cover comfortably? William, 74, still walked daily but began to notice that familiar routes were taking longer. His breathing was heavier. At first, I thought it was just age, he said. But walking speed says a lot. It reflects whether your heart is healthy, your lungs are strong enough, and your muscles can still support you. Studies show that older adults who walk faster tend to live longer and have fewer illnesses. The doctor encouraged William to improve his speed gradually. He started timing himself and tried to walk a little faster each week. No need to run, just walk with purpose, with energy. A few months later, William noticed a big change: stronger legs, easier breathing, more energy throughout the day. Even his mind felt sharper because brisk walking improves blood flow to the brain. If you're walking slowly, it's not just a sign of weak muscles. It could be your heart, lungs, or entire system crying out for help. But as William proved, speed can be regained. Sixth sign, climbing stairs without needing to rest. Now we come to a real test: stairs. Climbing stairs might seem simple, but it's actually one of the toughest challenges for the body. Do you ever look up a flight of stairs and feel discouraged? Automatically look for the elevator? Heart pounding like a drum after just a few steps? I understand that feeling. George, 73, always prided himself on never taking the elevator. Until one day, after just one flight, he had to stop, gasping for breath. That's when I knew something was wrong, he confessed. Climbing stairs requires perfect coordination. Your heart must pump steadily, your lungs must supply enough oxygen, and your legs must have the strength to push you up each step. If any part is weak, you will feel it immediately. But George didn't give up. Instead of avoiding stairs, he decided to conquer them again, slowly. Starting with 5 steps a day, gradually increasing each week. He also added some simple leg exercises at home. The magic happened. In a few weeks, George not only climbed stairs easily but also felt stronger in all other activities. I realized stairs weren't the enemy, but a friend helping me get stronger. If stairs scare you, it's not just about weak legs. It could be an early sign of heart, lung, or circulatory problems. But like George, you can regain that strength. 7th sign, getting down on the floor and standing up without assistance. This is perhaps the sign that surprises many people the most. Have you ever looked down at the floor and thought, if I get down there, will I be able to get back up? If you can still confidently get down on the floor and stand up, you're doing something many people your age wouldn't dare try. Joseph, 78, was very active until the day his grandson wanted him to sit on the floor and play chess. Joseph paused, not because he didn't want to play, but because he wasn't sure he could get back up. That moment, I realized I had become afraid of the floor, he recounted. This ability shows that your leg muscles are still strong, your core is still stable, and your joints are still flexible. In other words, your body still works as a unified team. Many people start avoiding the floor without realizing it. Not playing with grandchildren, not picking up dropped items, not doing things that require kneeling. But the more you avoid it, the more your body forgets how to do it. Joseph decided to regain that ability. He started from a low chair, then gradually moved to the floor. Light squats every day. Simple yoga. And most importantly, he wasn't afraid to fail. 2 months later, Joseph not only played chess with his grandson on the floor but also felt confident in all his movements. I regained my freedom of movement, he said. This isn't just about physical fitness. It's about maintaining independence, about the ability to fully participate in life, about the dignity of not having to refuse simple things. 8th sign, clearly remembering recent conversations and events. Finally, we talk about what is perhaps the most important thing, the memory. If you still clearly remember people's names, yesterday's conversations, and small details of the day, then congratulations, you're doing much better than many people think. Do you ever stop mid-sentence, trying to remember what you were saying? Forget the names of acquaintances? Or feel foggy when trying to recall something that just happened? Paul, 79, still remembered last week's conversations in detail, kept up with new technology, and rarely forgot names. His secret? I read every morning, I like to challenge myself, and most importantly, I never stop interacting with people. Good memory isn't just about remembering events. It reflects brain health, nervous system function, and blood flow. It shows that the wiring in your head is still working smoothly. The brain is like a muscle, use it and it strengthens, neglect it and it weakens. Paul understood this, so he always found ways to challenge himself, reading new books, learning technology, participating in discussions. If you notice your memory isn't what it used to be, don't panic. You can train your brain just like you train your body. Read books, play brain games, learn new skills, and most importantly, maintain social interaction. Because a sharp mind not only helps you remember the past, but also helps you enjoy the present and plan for the future. Now, let's pause for a moment and ask yourself, of the 8 signs we just discussed, how many do you have? Do you wake up refreshed? Can you stand on one leg for 10 seconds? Stand up from a chair without pushing with your hands? Carry grocery bags easily? Walk briskly without panting? Climb stairs in one go? Get down on the floor and stand up confidently? Clearly remember yesterday's conversation? If you nodded to most of these, I have to be honest, you're not just aging well, you're aging wonderfully. You belong to the lucky minority who are maintaining strength, balance, intellect, and independence. But if you find yourself lacking a few signs, don't worry. This is the best news in the whole video. It's never too late. Sarah regained her sleep at 68. Frank improved his balance at 76. Harold became strong again at 77. George conquered the stairs at 73. Your body can still change, improve, and become strong again at any age. Just start today. So my question for you is, which sign concerns you the most? Where will you start? Please write it down in the comments. Your answer might inspire someone else who needs motivation. Remember to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss other useful videos. And if this video helped you, please share it with your loved ones. You might be giving them an extra 20 years of health.